This is going to be kind of a tutorial-ish video, I guess. Now, first of all, the most important thing I want to say, I'm not a professional in this. I have done one kit before that. That was the piggy bank, and I don't have it at here, like in my house. It's still in my mom's house, though I really wanted to take it. I just forgot. I wanted to show them to you side by side. But let's say that I kind of improvised. The first time I did that with the piggy bank, I did it wrong because I used metallic thread around the little, I don't know how to even say it, around the little design, and it ended up being really difficult to stitch. Now, I do cut it around just close to what it's supposed to be like, but the way I think it should be cut. So what I have done, I've already cut one of them out. As you can see, this is what I have achieved. Now we are going to cut the second one together. Maybe I'll do a little, speed up for that, but this is what we have. Basically, it's not difficult. You can just use your imagination. You can use the chart. I'm going to show you what you're supposed to be getting. But this is the front of it. I've actually finished it finally. It's a good thing that I found it. It was laying in my, like, in some random bag. Like when we moved to this place, I just threw in there stuff that I wasn't using, and I actually put that kit in there because I didn't think that I was going to keep stitching it. But then I found it and I decided why not, because I had only this top part and a little tiny bit of back stitch to be stitching. So I decided to just finish it. Why just throw it away? And that's a good thing because now I have the, little Nutcracker done and finished with. Now I do have couple of glitches, I guess you can call it, in this project. Basically, almost dropped my scissors. Basically, if you can see, you're not supposed to make knots because they can like pop out of, this place, but I'm just going to try to put it back in place. But basically, I do nuts sometimes. Sometimes I skip it, but most of the time I do use knots. I don't even really think it really matters because, But it's not a small design. When you just start doing these little kits, you would imagine that these are small designs. I'm sorry for this. This is actually something that I cannot take off. It's really difficult. I need to use something to take it off. This is actually the table in my husband's office, and I don't know what he puts on it, but this is kind of hard to scratch. So I tried to clean the table. It's actually cleaned, but still it has these little marks that I don't know how to take off. Anyways, sorry, just can't film it in the living room because my husband is there. Plus Marquis is sleeping, so forgive me. Anyways, what I'm going to do now is to start cutting the other half of this design. I mean the front side of this design. Now you have a tutorial, not a tutorial, but chart you can use. I'll show you a piece of it. If you can see, there's like a line going around the little Nutcracker. That is the line that you're supposed to be using for cutting the whole form out. Now I basically did go by that form, but I kind of missed a couple of places, so it doesn't really matter because eventually you will be cutting it just like it's comfortable for you. But you do have a line here showing you how it's supposed to be cut. Again, like I said, I do it my way, so I just cut by the rules, but sometimes I cut the edges if I don't want, like, if I would like it to be closer, like going this way, closer to the little sword he's carrying, and not like two squares to the left. So you can do it this way. You can just go over here and just cut it this little, you know, part out. That's your decision. That's what you get in the chart, and you decide what you want to do. So I'm just going to put this aside, and we're going to get to cutting him out. Now I have my little scissors. These are just scissors, you know, like manicure scissors. Going to put this over here so I'll be able to see what I'm cutting and just start working on it. Basically, I just move one square away from the stitching. So we're going to do this. I start over here. Hopefully you'll be able to see. And I just start cutting this way. Now it's really easy to cut because it's plastic. It's soft plastic. So you can just feel the little, you know, holes like popping, and it actually feels kind of cool. So you just go by the, you know, just put it aside. You just go by the squares and cut it out like this. Alright, so as you might have seen, it's over. I have cut it around. It was kind of, you know, it wasn't a long process, but I did make a couple of mistakes, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. You're doing it for fun. Anyways, now I have two parts, both of them cut the same way, so they do match when you put them together like this. Both sides of one little guy. So now I have front and back. Now you do have a way to put this little thread over here and hang it. You're supposed to put it over here, but I don't hang them. These are basically like threads for toys for a Christmas tree or something. That's not why I use them. I just, you know, put them on a shelf. My little piggy bank is standing on a shelf. So what we're going to do now is try and stitch them both together. Now the whole process of stitching them together, you're just taking white thread. They do give you a lot of white thread in this kit. I actually have it somewhere on the other organizer, I guess, or did I drop it? But there was supposed to be white thread over here. I'm going to go bring it. Yeah, I guess I left it in the living room. So I'm going to go bring my white thread, my one white strand, and we're just going to go around this whole little guy and just stitch through the holes, like from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Now it's white thread. You can use one strand. The whole point in this kit that you were supposed to use 2 strands, but let's just start. I'm just going to go pick up the white thread because again I left it in the other part of the organizer. But yeah, and we'll start stitching them together like it's supposed to be. Yay. So here's our little guy, and he is really cute. So yeah, I brought the other part of my organizer. It actually tore up. Unfortunately, I really don't like the organizers that they give in these kits because it's really kind of a plastic organizer, but it's really like flimsy. So it ends up breaking in these like points, and it tears when you pull the thread out or something and you just pull it a little too hard. The whole thing breaks, and well, it's, you know, sometimes it's a cardboard organizer, but they are like steady, and this one is, like I said, really not good quality. So you can just change it if you wish, or you can just use this, but well, you know, it doesn't really matter because it's not a really big project. So I'm just going to take the white thread from the organizer, and I'm going to take the needle that I actually used for this project. I'm not going to be using any other needles, and take one strand. What's going on in here? They are kind of messed up. Okay, well, let's just use this one. I'm going to take 2 strands like this, like this, like that. Put them together like this, and I'm going to take the needle that I have in this kit. Actually, you know, put it in the organizer itself. And I'm going to start by putting the needle through. Just a second. There you go. Like this. And what we're going to do is this. Basically, what you're supposed to be doing is stitching this little guy together. So what we're going to do is place him so his both of his parts will be even one to the other. Like, let's say we start from his legs. Now, when you start to stitch him together, you're not starting from the bottom or from the top, because you're making a little knot in the end of your thread. So you're supposed to start from the, you know, the inside. So just pull my needle through the upper part or the downer part, I don't know, whatever side you want it to be, you know, looking up, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then your little knot is inside, so you cannot see him. Now what we're going to do is just, like, you know, stitch around the little man. Now, like something like this. I'm going to put my needle through the next 2 holes and pull it through like this. There you go. Now do the same thing around. Put my needle through the next 2 holes. Kind of uncomfortable to do on camera, but that's just what we have. So there you go. Now we have it secure, and you cannot see the knot, and you are basically stitching him together. Put the needle through the next 2 squares. You put it through, there you go, in the back. You put it through, you know, the little next hole, and sew him together with the upper part. There you go. Now what you're getting is this thing. You just like stitch around it. Now let's go through the whole thing and stitch them together. And I'm just going to speed it up a little bit so it won't take me hours to do. It's not taking hours, it's kind of taking a really short time, but still, I don't want to, you know, waste a long time on video just doing the same thing. Plus, it's not a chit-chat video, so I don't really have a lot to talk about. Maybe I start talking about something with just I'm sorry for not uploading the next day. I was actually planning stitching on Friday and upload a video, but it ended up being a really non-stitchy day, and I basically didn't film anything because we had stuff to do, and oh gosh, and at like evening, our friends, oh come on, our friends came over and we had a little party time. Well, not a party time, we're not party got people. Come on. Just, it keeps falling. There you go, bloopers. Okay, so we had friends come over, like I said, and we had a little sit down, and it was just fun. It's always fun when friends come over, especially nowadays that people are already in the age, we're all are grown-ups, we're in our 30s, people are married, we are married couples, except one guy, which is driving me crazy because he's so against any type of relationship. He's not gay, by the way, he's straight, but I don't know what's his deal. But that's driving me crazy. I'm trying to find him, a girlfriend. So if you know anybody who is looking for a really, by the way, a really, really good looking guy, like tall, dark, and handsome, but with the fear of relationships, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, let me know. By the way, he is also living in Israel, so don't send me people from out of the country. If anybody's watching me from Israel, by the way, it's really interesting. Do I have viewers that live in Israel? I do know that a couple of people do live in Israel that are watching me. Especially, I know a couple on my Russian channel, but I haven't been uploading on my Russian channel for a little while now. So, yeah. By the way, sorry about that. If anybody from my Russian channel is following me on this one as well, I just didn't have the time or strength to upload to both channels, and for some reason I just really enjoy, this channel right now. Okay, anyways, I guess you are seeing what I'm doing here. Hopefully you are, because you were interested. So yeah, so this is the whole process. It's just stitching the two parts together. It's not difficult, it's taking a little time, but the final result is so cute, and they have a lot of kits like that. They have many different designs. They have kind of a fairy tale line with like different creatures. They have dragons. They have Alice in Wonderland. They have Christmas stuff like Santa Claus and stuff like that. So you do have a lot to choose from. I do have another one of the kits. I think it's Santa Claus or Ded Moroz. It's a Russian Santa Claus. But I don't really feel like stitching him for some reason. I just feel like he's not my type, I guess. But I don't know what's the deal with him. I just don't feel like stitching him. But maybe I will eventually. For now, I just don't want to. Okay, so let me just speed this little thing up and just show you what I'm doing with a little bit of speed up so it won't get boring. Okay, just a second. guys, so basically I finished stitching them together. So this is what I have received. This is what I got. This side actually looks really straight. You know, can you see all of the stitches are straight going across like that? There you go. They're going all across the little guy, but on the other side they look kind of sideways. So it doesn't really matter. It's not that important. Now I need to close my thread because I don't have anywhere else to, keep stitching. Now what I'm going to do is just go under the stitches that I've already done. It's kind of difficult because it's kind of tight, but I'm just going to do this. Where are my stitches? Like that. Oh gosh. Did it pretty tight. So yeah. Anyways, just like this. And take my needle out. This is going to hold. This is pretty tight, the whole thing. You should make it tight so he won't fall apart. But basically, this is how I close the whole thing up. You can push it inside if you wish. To me, actually, it doesn't really matter. I don't take it that seriously. But you can find your own ways of doing this. I would recommend, if you want to, prevent this thread being seen on the sides, you can just use a see-through thread like the ones you use for beading, and that will make it even better because that way you won't be able to see the stitching like all around him. But basically this is what I got. He is put together. He is really cute. So here he is. Now I have a full little Nutcracker. Isn't he cute? There you go. He is finished. There's another finish. Yay! I'm really happy about that. I'm actually really excited whenever I get to finish something because it feels like I get to start something new. But considering that this little guy, he wasn't part of my stitching routine, so I don't think that I am allowed to start something new now. But I do have new stuff coming in. I do have a couple of kits that are being sent to me just at this moment, and hopefully one of those kits I definitely, not one, even two of those kits I definitely have a plan of starting because well, I just need to because there's something that I want to try, and other thing that I was actually planning for the next year, for the beginning of the next year, but I don't think that I'll be able to wait for it, so I will have to start it as soon as I get it. Organization, still haven't decided yet. I'm thinking about it, but first of all I'll have to show you what I was talking about altogether. Okay, so this little guy is finished. This is Nutcracker, like I showed you before. This is the kit. This is from Pizza, and the company SPM Studio. These are little toys for a Christmas tree. You have all different kinds. This kit contains embroidery on plastic canvas. The kit cotton thread, 16 colors, plastic canvas chart, finished size 18 over 7 11 yeah, 18 over 11 centimeters. It's 7-inch over 4 and 1/4. Designed by Angelika Ivanova. So you can definitely get this kit if you like smaller designs. You have the instructions in the back. This is really old, if you can tell. This is really old. The kit is really easy. All of them are basically really easy. There are blends in this kit. There are, well, of course, backstitch. That's what makes this whole thing come together. and I think that he looks even better than the picture because he is much brighter and he is much more vivid than the picture in the preview picture. Let's just call it that. So you can say happy finish again because I have finished another project. Yay! I'm really happy about that. Okay, so let's keep stitching. Hopefully I'll be able to start filming again tomorrow because I have skipped 2 days. I basically haven't been stitching at all during Friday and Saturday because Friday, like I said, we had guests and I didn't have a lot of time to stitch because Marky was in my arms most of the day. I had to feed him, I had to do this, I had to do that. And evening friends came over and I just couldn't keep stitching. Even though I did film a little part of a video, I don't know, maybe I'll insert it in my next, maybe I'll just start over because it wasn't that big of a progress. It was my 12 beauties that I started stitching. But I guess tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is Sunday, so tomorrow maybe I'll start stitching again. Hopefully I'll be able to because we do have a little plan for tomorrow. Okay, so I'll finish this video. My husband just went out running and it's about like 12 o'clock at night, so Marky is asleep and I'll go take care of some stuff and I think join Marky in his sleeping arrangement because he probably is missing mommy in that room alone. He is sleeping in our room still. I don't put him in a different room yet. So yeah. Okay, I love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope that this was enough because I'm not really tutorial experienced. I don't really know how to do it, but I try. And I hope that this was what you expected because I did get a couple of requests asking me to do this type of video and show you how I put them together. And yeah, so the final result I think is really cute. This is the back, this is the preview, you can compare it, and this is the front and you can compare it with the preview. So I love you all. Like I said, I really do. Thank you for subscribing. Keep subscribing. Give me thumbs up. Press the bell below to be notified when my video comes out. And write comments. I love to hear from you. Now, you have a donation link down below in the info box. If you wish to contribute, I will be so grateful. That will help. And again, thank you guys for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.